Hey gang, Garrod here. Welcome on back to the Cade as we're carrying on with our playthrough of Super Robot Wars Alpha Gaiden from 2001 for the PlayStation 1. In the last episode, we were finally able to lock in our acquisition of the Gundam X, also known as the GX 9900, also known as the main character from After War Gundam X from 1996, which was not a very popular anime from what I understood. In this, between episodes, we did our usual stuff of allocating funds out, and basically what I did was I dumped the majority of it into boosting this guy up. We went across the board, including getting his limit up, because as we discovered, boosting the limit will be able to help unlock other abilities down the line that get capped if energy, speed, and even armor, or mainly it applies to energy and speed, but having the limit boost can unlock a lot of things that really can help us in a jam, like map attacks and the high-end attacks for each mech. We also gave Combattler a slight boost in terms of his HP and his energy, and then we applied a couple of parts to the Gundam X, so now it has the biosensor, which will give it better speed and higher limit, and the solar panel, which, as we discovered at the end of last episode, gives it a slight HP regeneration boost. So, with all that out of the way, let us carry on into the next mission. So, it looks like being able to utilize the satellite system to wipe out the Frost Brothers minions has knocked Tifa senseless. Which makes sense because you basically gave this thing God ability for one turn. So it sounds like we're not going to be able to use that for a while, which makes sense. Because they're never going to really let us, not at least until the end of the game, start being able to bust out all that stuff consistently. That would overbalance the game in our favor. And it's also why we are not able to get the higher end super robots until much later in the game. So we're talking Mazen Kaiser, we're talking Shin Robo, all those. Even Robo G, we're not able to get fully upgraded yet either, although it's got quite a bit of power to it. So it looks like our two supplementary Gundam pilots have fulfilled their contract and they've taken off. Literally. So Garrod wants a word with Tifa. But not before Tex tries to convey some words of wisdom to him, apparently. So Witz and Roy Bay have left. And Garrod, of course, is taking off the GX because he's just like Jiren in the Zabungle. He cannot obey orders and he cannot just sit still. And apparently it looks like he's actually going to try and go out and sell the Gundam. Is that what he said he's going to do? I can't imagine that's going to go over well, either with Jamil or the people that he's going to run into to hawk it. Although, this area looks familiar. Because if he's going to sell it, I happen to know some ironmongers who were in the vicinity that I had some first-hand experience with, what, 2-3 episodes ago? So he's going to try and sell the Gundam over there. Now we have Enil.
見つけたよ。ガンダム。
So everybody's looking for Gundams on this rock. And she works for the Frost Brothers. Oh, and it's Hola. And Garaba, who we dealt with in our first episode getting here, because they tried to commandeer the Iron Gear. And we have yet another cutscene. So we have Judao, which means the Double Zeta Gundam is here. And Uso. So we have the Victory Gundam and the Double Zeta Gundam here. And if Marbit is here, Marbit flies one of the supply ships. And now Garrod is showing up. And he's immediately put it up for sale. And of course he's rigged it to blow it up if somebody tries to take him out and steal it. Gundam needs the G controller to move. So he adds a little bit more on top of it. And Enil bids 300 million. Alright, it goes to the hot check. But of course, that's not going to work. Land ship is parked outside and begun to attack. Now the question is, which ship is it? Is it the one I'm thinking it's going to be, or is it something else? Because my first thought is this could be the Iron Gear. Alright, so we three Gundams of Orient are... We've got Enil there. We've got a couple of walkers here. There's a crate right there. I got to get to that. There's two walkers over here and another crate. Got to make sure I grab that. Is there any more crates around here that I need to grab? Yes, there's one over there. So, I think first order of business is we need to go crate hunting. And I will have Uso and Harrow go this way to get this one, because the Victory Gundam should be able to hold up against those guys fairly well. And if anything, I will have Garrod go with them as backup, because these guys are a bit tankier than these standard walkers, and I suspect she is going to go after the GX-99. So, as I thought, I'll be taking that. Deal's null and void now. Of course it does. Mrs. Robinson, I think you're trying to seduce me. Now, I thought I cast alert on him. And that still hit. That whiffed. Alright, those tanky boys are going to stay there. So are they. And they're going to come this way. Oh, this will not end well for you. You're not built to handle double Zeta Gundam. You're just not. Alright, hopefully this doesn't hit for too much. Ooh! Ow. Okay. And we get Puru and Marbet. We get a cartridge. So cartridges refill ammunition for stuff like Gundams. Which is exactly what I want. I'm gonna bring her over to repair Gundam X. So I have the satellite cannon that I could utilize for map and for standard attack. And I can have Uso. Hopefully this will hit. Nope. It whiffed. Damn it. It was 53%, so the odds I was hoping would work. But they didn't. So now these guys are going to start matriculating their way over. Oh, you jerk. You took my container. So he levels up to 20. That whiffed. That hit. By a nil. We got a biosensor out of that. question becomes, if I take this guy out, will I get whatever he took out of that container? Because I want it. No, we didn't. Well, crap. Okay, so where's the next one we gotta go to? So there's guys over there, and then there was that container that way. So that's the way we gotta go. So that'll wait. Get him all healed up. Bring out the backup. Who's the backup? Alright, a couple more chunky boys. Enemy reinforcements have arrived. I could take them all out if the moon was here. One small problem, it ain't. We're attacking in daylight. And these guys can't fly, so being underwater will make them slightly harder to hit, because any weaponry we fire at them has to go under the water to hit them. It's one of those weird quirks in this game. Ah! Our flankers have arrived. Look at the wrong idea, dimwit. We didn't come here to save you. We just came to check out the gunfight. Actually, instead of using the double beam rifle, I will use the missile launcher, because the missile pods should be more than enough to put that guy down. Repair double Zeta. That'll bump Marvin up a level. And she gets Strike, which guarantees 100% hit on attack. Oh, crap, I hadn't moved the other two Gundams yet. Dope. Alright, so they're going over that way. It's just not your lucky day, is it? Alright, these two, I will let them take out the tanky boys. I'm just fine with that. Uh-oh. Oh, that's good music. The gang is all here. And we get to bring out more guys to play with. Whoops. Remember to do it this way. Alright, so where is everybody? Cool. This might actually work out well for me, being able to help build up boss a bit. But now I got Voltez, I got Great Messenger, I've got another support mech with Venus. And I've got the Iron Gear, and I've got Boza bundles. This should be fun. Provided I don't overplay my hand and I do this right. Puru whiffed on that? Really? It's not something she normally does. Use the beam sword to conserve energy and ammunition. Take that guy out. And he goes up a level. Alright. And I've got these two I gotta move. Actually, before I do that, put him down. Whiff with the napalm gun. Alright, so let those guys move up a level. Everybody else has moved. Not yet. There we go. Oh, you want to take on Great Messenger? You go right ahead. You're not going to hurt him nearly as much as you think. Meanwhile, he literally punches a hole clear through you. Alright, pick this up. Still managed to be a critical. Obtain high-powered gas engine. Okay. Would be another good mobility part to add. Your meat. Alright. They can't counter back. Because I can attack them over the top. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. And that's where you run into the problem of them being underwater. Which doesn't, like I said, it can be truly hit or miss with that. Alright, and I will have the Zabungles jump into the drink and deal with those guys as well. And move the gallops up. Alright, everybody's moved, yes. That's right, Hola. That I am. And that's the best you can hit me with. Meanwhile, I am going to absolutely blitz you. And you're not going to hit me from out there. And I could still only hit it for 10. Alright, so he's going to have to get wet. Now that we're both underwater, I could tear into these guys a bit more. Like so. And all I gotta do is hit this guy for 500, which should not be difficult. In the meantime, I can have this Zabungle start picking off Hola from over here. Of course, Rag is not happy with how he treated Elsh when he tried to commandeer the Iron Gear. Fine, I'll take the Iron Gear by force. No, you won't. Especially because now I got Voltes coming to have a word with you. Then might as well have him get his shots in. You spineless thief. Bust out the Thunder Break again, because I might as well. That's a critical. Repair Great Messenger again. Let's see, who else can I bust over this way? Little Mega Particle Cannon action. And you whiffed. See if this helps. I mean, it's still gonna be 93%. Hopefully it's not too big. Eek. And we got a VR helmet. Okay. So we put a bit more of the band back together. So now we have Great Messenger, we have Voltes 5. And we've got the Iron Gear. And if we got blue stones again, then we might be able to sell stuff off of the bazaar and see what's available. And better yet, we're just over half an hour, so we're still right in that sweet spot between 30 and 40 minutes for episodes, which is what I'm still trying to hang on to. Which, again, is also why I'm not spending a whole lot of time showing the in-battle animations. I am trying to make sure that I show you guys at least some of them, but in the interest of time, if I spent each episode playing out every single animation from each attack and defense, each episode would take about, I'm not kidding, upwards of 90 minutes. So, I mean, if you're wanting to see more of it, leave it in the comments below. If you're willing to trade off that to be able to see more in-game animation, then I will certainly consider that. But I'm trying to think more in terms of the general attention span of my viewer. Not to say that anybody here has got the attention span of a gnat. That's not my point. But just trying to be realistic about it. So, what can we get at the bazaar? Because we've got 2,900. We can't buy units. We can sell units. We can still sell those. We can buy parts. We can buy another Chobam armor, which I might actually consider doing. We've got 9. We've got 2 dust filters, but dust filters, I mean, yeah, it helps with giving stuff A rank on the ground, but otherwise it's not that big a deal. Boosters can be helpful because giving slower units places and ways to move, that's not bad. So, taking a look at who we have now, we've got both Zeta and Double Zeta Gundam. We've got the Cubile again. We've got the V-Dash Gundam. We've got the White Ark, which was Marbet's ship. We've got our Gundams. We've got the Frieden. And we've got Gundam X still. We've got the Iron Gear. We got Great Messenger. We've got Voltes 5, Combattler, and Venus. Now that we've got Combattler 5 and Voltes 5 together, these two, similar to Messenger Z, Great Messenger, and Mazinkaiser, if I remember this game's mechanics right, they can start doing team-up attacks at some point soon. That will be able to happen. But what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to allocate out a whole crap ton of parts and get everything reallocated for all of my mechs now that everything has been realigned. So, between next episode and this one, that is what I will do. We've got a little bit of fundage we can apply, but I'm more inclined to want to save that and build it up, and then be able to, hopefully if we have a big haul in of funds, then apply it to as many mechs as possible. So, in the meantime, we will call it good here, and then we will get ready for Mission 17 after that. My name is Ronan. It's been great to spend this time with you. Be safe, be well, happy gaming, and we'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.